Hey ladies, it's Kiki with Beauty Express. Today on Hairology, we will be talking about wefts. Now, many people already know what wefts are, and for those of you who don't, we're going to go over what a weft is and the different types of hair that use wefts, and also what different type of wefts are out there, because there is more than one type of weft. There's more than one type of way of having a weft on your extensions. And so let's get right into it. A weft is basically just the top portion where your extension begins, and it's what you would use to sew, glue, or tape in your extensions. And we'll go in all the different ways of how to apply or install your weave in a different episode. But for this episode, let's stick to what wefts are about. And so there are many different types of weft. Like I said, there are hand-tied wefts. There are machine wefts. Machine wefts can be a one wefted or a double weft. There's also skin wefts out there. I have not used skin wefts before, and I've seen what they are. I've seen how they kind of look, and I've kind of studied them out a bit, but I'm not an expert on that. So I will study some more for you guys. If you're interested, leave a comment below, and I will definitely study it out if that's something you guys want to know about. But it is available for you if you're looking for that. But let me go ahead and just get into the other two, because like I said, I'm not really I've seen skin wefts before, but I've never used them, and I don't know the pros and cons of that. So let's do the pros and cons of a hand tied. Now, hand tied wefts are usually one weft. It's only one track. It's a lot less density, so there's less hair on the track. The pro for having a hand-tied weft is that the hair is not, it doesn't tangle as much, because there's separate little strands being tied onto the weft, and it's done by hand, so you know it's done with care, and the extensions are very, are used and put onto the hand tie very delicately, so you know your hair is being very well taken care of when you have a hand-tied weft. Now, the cons of having a hand-tied weft. Oh, one more pro for the hand-tied weft is it'll blend closer to your scalp. And so because it is a lot thinner, and because it's not as bulky as the double weft, when you go to install it, it's going to lay flatter on your head. So if you make your own wigs, it's going to lay a lot flatter than when you have the double wefts. If you glue it in or tape it in, again, it's easy to cover up with your own hair, because it's very, very thin. It's very, very delicate. So that is a pro of having a hand-tied weft. Now, machine wefts, there's two different types of machine weft. You can have the one weft, and that just means that it only has one track connected to it, and it's connected or manufactured with the machines. I've seen them, the big ones that the manufacturers use, and they are actually pretty cool. It's like a gigantic sewing machine. They go for like $2,500, but they're pretty cool machines that they use. But what it does is it makes the weft, and it ties in the hair as you go along, and you kind of put the hair along the machine, and it ties it on top, and then you go back and kind of clean out what wasn't tied in, and you do it again until your full track is complete. You can look it up on YouTube. It's on there. Check it out, guys. It's super cool to see how those tracks are made. But the single weft is, again, like I said, it's only one track on there. It's tied through the machine, your basic track. I see a lot of synthetic hair that is done with one track. I don't know why. That's the manufacturer's preference, is to do one track. Now, a double track is what we sell at Beauty Express. They're double wefted, which means there's technically two tracks connected to your one, so you get 2 for 1. And I always tell my ladies, because like I told you guys before, our whole thing is we want to get you looking good, feeling good, with the best quality of hair, without having to spend your whole paycheck on it or having to spend tons of money. And so I always suggest, if you can only afford to do 2 bundles, cut one of those wefts in half. Now you got 3. But basically a double wefted track, and I've got a couple. This is from our Malaysian, or actually it's our Mongolian curly. And if I can get in there for you guys, a double track, as you can see, there's 2 tracks connected, and it's tied off on the end with a little string. don't cut that string. It won't make them come apart because it is machine wefted. You can kind of see the double tracks on there, and I'll make sure to take a picture so you guys can get a little bit of a closer look. And check out that curl, you guys. What? This is coming soon to Beauty Express. We're still in the testing phase of this, but it is beautiful. I'm telling you right now, I know I'm going to have my hair all curled up. But so for the double weft, let's go through the pros and cons. Pro is, like I said, you get more hair for less. I believe you get more hair for less. It's a lot more denser, and so you get a lot more weight to it. It's thicker. Another pro for double wefted is, like I said, it makes your hair look a lot more voluminous. It makes your hair a lot more thicker. Some cons for double weft. For those who do sew-ins, and I've seen people do it both ways. I've seen people sew the thread underneath the tracks, and I've seen people sew through the tracks. If you're using a double wefted track and you're trying to sew through it, it becomes a lot harder because you have to push through both of those tracks. If you're going through it, it's not too big of a deal. I know when I'm doing the top, I'm not natural. If you look at Cassandra or some of her videos, she's kind of focusing on the natural side. I myself am not natural, and so I got some tracks all up in here, but when I go to do my front and my leave out, I make sure that I cut my weft so I can blend it a little bit more. So that's I guess that would be a con for double weft, is that it is so thick that when it comes to trying to blend it with your own hair, you either have to have a lot of leave out or you have to cut the track in half and use a thinner piece. So that's all I have for you guys today. Check out our website, check out our other videos, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you on Friday. Bye!